afternoon, McLean. I'm Lee.
And I'm Mohammed.
Mohammed, do you know what classes you want to take next school year? It's coming up.
I know one class for sure, broadcast journalism. I just can't get enough of WMHS news.
Our viewers can't either. Let's get right into it. It's course registration time, which means it's time to start thinking about which classes you'll sign up for next year. Tomorrow, we will have an electives fair in the lower gym so you can check out all the exciting electives McLean has to offer. Freshmen will go attend during Highlander Time 7, sophomores will go from 1:30 to 2, and juniors will go from 2:10 to 2:40. Speaking of the lower gym, let's go to Marie with sports.
Happy Wednesday, McLean. I'm Marie. Let's get into your sports. Today, the girls' varsity gymnastics team competes against Wakefield, Langley, Yorktown, and Centerville at Yorktown at 6 p.m. On Friday, the swim and dive team competes against Yorktown at Yorktown. The boys and girls track team competes at TJ at 5:30. Finally, all basketball teams play on Friday. Freshmen at 4:30, JV at 5:45, and varsity at 7:30. Girls at Yorktown, boys at home. That's all for your sports. Now back to your anchors.
Thanks, Marie. For students looking for a different kind of sports, there will be an esports interest meeting today after school in S126. Check it out to learn more about the upcoming season.
No matter the sport, a Beat Langley t-shirt is always in fashion. If you would like to order one for the doubleheader home basketball game on February 13th, order a shirt by using the link below by January 24th.
Tonight is financial aid night. In the lecture hall from 5:30 to 7 p.m., financial aid resources will be available to help you complete the FAFSA or the Virginia Alternative State Aid application, whichever your family is eligible to complete. This is not a presentation. The goal is for you to walk out with your financial aid application completed. Be sure to bring a laptop. Pizza will be provided. Reach out to Ms. Barnes with any questions.
Looking for a creative way to relax, express yourself, and even earn service hours? Come join the McLean Art and Lit Club. They are a welcoming group that celebrates art and literature, offering a chill and inspiring space for everyone. Whether you want to dive deeper into humanities, make cards during volunteer sessions, or just hang out and get creative, this is the perfect club for you. No experience is required. The first meeting is this Friday after school in B160.
The junior class is holding a Chipotle fundraiser for prom on Tuesday, January 21st, from 4 to 8 p.m. 25% of sales go towards the cause, so be sure to mention that you're there for the fundraiser when you pay for your burrito. Now let's go to Anna to tell us about this day in history.
Hey McLean, it's Anna with This Day in History. On this day in 1929, Martin Luther King Jr. was born. Also, on this day, the Packers beat the Chiefs in the first Super Bowl in 1967. And Queen Elizabeth I was crowned Queen of England in 1958. That's all for This Day in History. Now back to you, anchors.
Thanks, Anna. Speaking of history, for the past 1400 years, Muslims have been having a special type of prayer each Friday.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, it really is. Let's go to Sayden to tell us more about Friday prayer at McLean.
Student Association meets every Friday afternoon in the Wesleyan Room, when over 50 students gather for the weekly Friday prayer.
For the good that your servant and prophet has asked you for.
The purpose of Friday prayer in Islam is sort of like the purpose of congregational prayer that other faiths would have on Sunday and Saturday for Christians and Jews respectively. And this is to gather people. It's to gather people and to gather them for the purpose of creating community and creating bonds, for the idea of a better and more informed Muslim population.
Friday prayers bring communities together because there are Muslim students across the school, and they see that there is a Friday prayer happening in the school, which makes them come to the prayer, make new friends, and make a community in which they belong.
I think the school is most definitely supporting the MSA community, because without them, we wouldn't have had a Friday prayer, we wouldn't have had a club, and they are super supportive when we ask for Dhuhr prayer groups, which is our midday prayer for the winter time, and then they're super supportive when we ask for a room for Friday prayer. They accommodate us with passes as well. So without them and without my peers, Friday prayer would never have happened.
Regardless of religion, everyone is welcome to join the Friday prayer.
I think Friday prayer is really important for bringing communities together. We've had other students, I know Catholic students, Hindu students, other things like that, who are just interested in learning more about Islam, and they chose to come to Friday prayer, and they learned a lot from it. And these students have had a great wealth of experiences that I think that have contributed to their own like philosophical understandings of the world around them, and that's what makes the experience so amazing, and that's what helps us unite communities. I mean, the Muslim population in our school is not just Arab, it's not just African, it's not just like European, it's like a mix of everybody together that we see every Friday come together, and that's what makes for a better world.
What I hope to see in the future of the prayer room is that I hope to see people who aren't ethnically Muslim or aren't born Muslim, who come from Muslim families, because it's super awesome to see people who want to learn about Islam, who have embraced Islam. It's super awesome to see people who aren't planning on being Muslim. They just are curious about what Friday prayer looks like, and it's awesome to see them come in and have the full experience, because it's cool to just say that you went to a Friday prayer before.
Reporting for the WMHS News, this is Zayden Limizi.
Thanks, Aiden. I'm glad it's indoors. It was a chilly one on Friday.
You're right. Glad everyone was able to stay warm.
Speaking of staying warm, how warm is it going to be this week, Martina?
Hey Highlanders, it's Martina with today's weather forecast. Today's temperature is pretty similar to when we covered it on Monday, with highs in the low 30s and the lows at 19 degrees. Make sure to keep warm. We can expect pretty fluctuating weather, so tomorrow and Friday are going to be low in the 30s and with the weekend in the low 40s. Next week is chillier though, so expect highs at 21 degrees and lows at 12. Make sure to stay snug. Back to your anchors.
Thanks, Martina. I'll bundle up this week. That's all for today's show.
You can submit announcements for the next news show at the link below. And be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Instagram for up-to-date news and announcements. Have a wonderful Wednesday.